All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Strap in, this will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
To throw, it's Carr. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now, 180.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
That's up.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's got it to Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Nice play, baby.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You 180. 280.
Give me some, give me some.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
What down? 180.
Check him, check him. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to.
93.
You don't want it.
Hey, Delta.
34's the mic. I know he ain't got it.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And not much to speak of. Call it a
Ready.
1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Step.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready to break.
50. Get your swerve on. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Leo.
87.
Go.
The first carry down for Jordan Howard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Mike's 50. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense.
Big grip.
On first and 10, Herbert gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with Howard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready up.
50, Mike.
Hey, Alpha. Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
On 3rd and 2. Herbert. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And the Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mike to 59. Hey, tight. Rush in. Rush down. Rush in. Check the backer. Mike's 5'9".
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
You.
Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They run it with Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Watch 84. Watch 84. He's going. 2 times. 2 times.
What down? 180.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
On second down, it's Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Here's Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on. Out, 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 out.
Hey, 734.
Mike's 59.
282.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Bravo.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Fire.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready? 8, read.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm on. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Hey, Zoo.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Chest. Check three.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter. But you're down. I know, but let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
51's a mic, 51's
Throwing again. Herbert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when they sit on the ball. I think that they will try to move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
29. 29.
34. Hey, Echo.
Crunch time, defense.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Uncorks one for Davis. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
White.
Protein spill.
On the draw, Rashard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Carr to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Herbert. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
60 outlaw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Ready, set.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Go, go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield and try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
694. We do it.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
Let's get that ball, kid. Let's get that ball.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now, 180.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
No gain on this defense.
White Monday.
Check it out, Reed.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Carr now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check 49.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play. In this situation, down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
On 2nd and 9. Carr, they'll roll him out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check, 59. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
Down.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Caleb Wilson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
2-18,
They've got to dig down deep. They need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Recon, 132 fighter.
A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Five.
Spike 51. Mike.
To throw again. Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Hey, General West.
Here we go.
Hey, Delta.
It's just me and you.
From the gun, Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Yeah.
On 4th down, Herbert. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Down. Wide 85.
59. Time to go.
Deuce right, Chief.
Watch the shift.
282.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44.
Broncos. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I got you, boy.
Deep grip.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
7. Get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit it.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Tight 6-6. Pull it high.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danny Trevathan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defense.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
93. 93.
34.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This is caught by Antonio Brown. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Big gain on the play, but it leads to 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, Alpha.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Open man is heard. It's complete. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game. They've worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Carr now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. It's complete to Williams. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Let's go.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Bravo.
Carr now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. White Monday, down.
Throwing again. Caught. This will be caught by Brown. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Monday, down. 180.
59.
Later, 9.
Switch.
6-18.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And Thomas has it. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Rather they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 8-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You're trapped.
Carr gives to a shot. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Check 15.
Go, Chief.
Check.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Kill.
Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34, Mike 34.
Here we go.
Shim.
Show an A. Check 52.
That's it.
Once again, it's Jacobs. There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Josh Jacobs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being blocked.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
What down? 180.
59.
Come on. You better bring it.
That's it.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Down. 280.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
That's it.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.